Red FM.
To tell you the truth, we did look at it at the start and we said if we could get through till the break in some sort of decent condition, we would have taken it. And I think we did. We're still in touching distance in regards to the playoff spot. We're still in the cup, so we're delighted how it's gone. But you could see maybe coming up to the last couple of games before the break that, you know, some of the younger lads not used to playing at this level consistently in games, like playing, 16 games on the bounce, and you could see it was taking its toll. So the break couldn't come quick enough at the time. And also, too, it's allowed us now to have a look at other possibilities that are in regards to players and stuff like that. So we're working on that side of things at the moment. So hopefully we'll be able to be in decent enough shape to have a go at the second half of the season.
Yeah, and as you mentioned there, Tommy, you've been keen all along to try and add to the squad, and the necessity to do so was made even greater by the departures of Dave Rogers and Uros Hoyan. You've brought in Billy Woods now, a player all Cork City fans know about, obviously. Billy's got so much experience in the League of Ireland, and that's possibly something you've been lacking.
Yeah, I think, first and foremost, the position that Billy would play for us, we struggled to have a natural player in that position this year. And with Dave Rogers and Uros gone, they were our two more natural left-sided players. So I had to bring in another one. Now I've brought in John Meade as well, and we brought in, hopefully we'll have Owen Lockheed fairly shortly. So those three can cover those two positions for me. So, but Billy, a wealth of experience. It'll probably take him maybe a month or so to get up to the speed of the games again, but he's naturally a fit fella, so we're delighted to get him in, and again the experience will help to carry us through till the end of the season.
Yeah, and as I said, Tommy, it was unfortunate to see Dave Rogers especially leaving, because he seemed to have a real positive influence on the dressing room. Yeah,
we were sorry that he went, but due to the circumstances with his new job, and at this stage in his life, if you pick up a job which is a permanent job and a decent enough job in the post that he picked up, that was his priority, and he had to give most of his time to that. And he couldn't come to training and down in Cork, which we were hoping he could at the start of the season. The way it was panning out, that he could come down, but eventually he couldn't with the new job. So we had to part company, but we were a little bit disappointed because he was an experienced player, but that's just the way it goes, we have to make sure that all our players are able to train all the time with us so that we can get the best out of them.
Yeah, and there's been talk as well, Tommy, of Neil Horgan coming in. Is that an option, do you know?
Not sure yet. I have spoken to him. He is interested to come in. I know he has to speak to one or two people on the GAA side of things, because he was playing for the Bars and that. So if he would be able to give us time, so he's just waiting on an answer from that side of it. But I think he is keen to come back, and we'd love to have him, another experienced player, and somebody who, I think, as well as Billy, probably their time with Cork was cut a little bit short prematurely as such. So if we could get him back, we'd be delighted to have him.
Yeah, no, Tommy, there seems to have been a bit of criticism thrown in your direction from supporters in recent weeks on what they see as a 4-5-1 formation. How would you respond to that?
Well, I think I've heard it quite a bit now over the last while, but it's if people understood the way that we were actually playing, it's actually a 4-3-3 system when we attack, and even when we're defensive side of things, we like to push on our two wide players to stop the opposition from trying to play. But we actually have three attacking players up front as such. So I don't know why they're complaining, because they only want two and I'm trying to give them three. But that's the way it is. But the system itself, there's obviously reasons. It suited the squad of players that we had, and we had to devise a system that would suit what we had in such a short notice. But I think when you look over the games itself, I don't think we've lacked in creating chances for the team itself. It's just maybe that bit of finishing or the look of finishing the chances off that we haven't done. And it's not true. It's probably we've got into really good areas. It's just our finishing itself has let us down. But when you look back at the games, Derry, Waterford in recent times, even at Lawn, Monaghan, we possibly could have picked up 3 points in every one of those games. And so I think people they're always going to have this negative. When they see one player through the middle up front, they think it's a 4-5-1 system you're always playing. But it's not like that. And I'm sure they'll see in the World Cup now, if they look at it closely, a lot of the teams play that system. But also, too, if they looked at it, done their homework, the 2 teams that came out of the division last year, both UCD and Sporting Fingal, played the exact same system we played. One won the division and the other one got promoted in the playoffs. So to tell you the truth, Paul, I'm not really that worried.
Yeah.
I'm going to play whatever I feel is right for the team, and people are going to have opinions. That's fine. No problem with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Just looking at the structure of the club as a whole, Tommy, a lot of progress has been made since the start of the season, and it's a credit to everyone involved, really. But how much have you gotten involved, say, with the off-the-field side of things? Because obviously most of the people involved, they wouldn't have a lot of experience in the running of a football club. Would you like to see yourself here in, say, 4 or 5 years' time managing a successful Premier Division club?
Oh, well, I think first and foremost, the people that have come in, the one thing that they bring to the table is their honesty and their loyalty to the club and to football in Cork, and you can't buy that, So that's the first and foremost. Yes, they're new to this side of the business now. I know for a fact that they're meeting the FAI. They're going on club visits to check out different clubs on how they have their structure. So it's not like they're coming in and sitting on their laurels. They're coming in, they're working extremely hard, giving their time, and I think if they're given time, their know-how and knowledge will come through. They're all well educated and sort of professional people in their own right. So it will be successful, and I think the aim is to get the club first and foremost on a level footing and stable, and then try to push then to get back into the Premier Division, where I believe the club and where I believe Cork football should be is in the Premier, and not just making up the numbers in the Premier, competing for honours every year. But if you don't have a stable structure, which you hadn't had for a long time, you can't do that over a sustained period. So I think the people that are there now will allow the club eventually, over a sustained period, with the proper structure in place, compete for honours in the league.
Yeah, just looking ahead to the remainder of the season, Tommy, what are your hopes between now and the end of October? Because it seems that a bit of consistency will take you a long way in the First Division, as a lot of teams at the top are dropping points.
Yeah, I think that's our main aim, that we can get the consistency level right and try to pick up as many wins as we possibly can. Because with draws, you're only picking up a point for a draw, and it's 3 points for a win. So, not that we haven't done it up to now. We have to go and try win games the best way we know how, and hopefully with the few people that we bring in, that will give us an opportunity to do that. So, yes, consistent, but we've got to be prepared to go and try win matches, and that's something that we've tried. Possibly after the first 2 games, we tried every match after that to win, and we will continue that from now till the end of the season.
Red.